What's up, everybody? It's Ryler, that stands for Rachel Eiler, and I'm on a journey to figure out my life both personally, professionally, and financially. What is up, everybody? I hope the new year has been treating you right. We are in Q2 now of 2024. I meant to film this video, as I mean to do a lot of things in my life, a while ago, but life happened. I've honestly just been really busy with my main job and a few different side hustles. Last time I posted a video was my debt confession and where I stood going into 2024. And here we are now, 4 months in, 5 months now actually in, which is the years flying by. It's been busy, but it's also, I think, been pretty good for the most part. I definitely have read through a lot of the comments from the last video, and I realized that I think there are some things that we need to talk about. So today I wanted to actually give an update of where I am standing in 2024 and what I have been up to these last 4 months, because YouTube was not a priority of mine. I did a lot of self-reflection at the start of the new year, trying to figure out what kind of was this game plan of paying off my debt. I'm not quiet when it comes to how much debt I have and the journey that I'm on. It's part of the reason why I have a YouTube channel, is to share my debt-free journey. It happens. Look, debt is the American way, and a lot of when you're young, you fall into that, and it happens, and we do stupid things when we're younger, and we learn from them and we move on. But I have read a lot of your comments, and boy, do we have some clarifications to make. And I appreciate everyone's comments, both good and bad, because you helped pay off some of this debt. Yay! So while we're at it, before we jump into it, make sure you are subscribing to the channel, liking this video, and what's the third part? It's been a while. And turn on that bell notification to make sure you never miss one of these random posted videos. We'll see. Maybe I have more time. My hours were cut in May for my side hustle, so we'll see. Maybe. Who knows? So let's talk about first where I started on January 1st of 2024. I was $183,486.36 in debt. And this was spread across my private student loans, my federal student loans. It was a car loan, it's credit cards, it's paying off a gym equipment, it's doing a lot of different things. So if you haven't yet seen every single one of those original numbers, feel free to go and watch that video back. I maybe refrain from reading comments because they're a little vulgar sometimes, a little spicy. It's okay. You're just being brutally honest with me, and that's fine. Like I said, your brutal honesty paid off some of this debt, so thank you, people. And I won't be addressing too many of those comments. I do want to clarify some things as I go through each debt that I have, because I think I wasn't clear on some of it, and a lot of people said it sounded like excuses, and I want to be fully clear, and I don't want to stutter on this. I am owning every single piece of my mistakes, and that happens to be this debt. I am owning it. I am not going to say I'm ashamed of it, because again, learning lessons, and maybe you watching can also learn from me to not do what I did. So disclaimer. I have a really big progress also to get through, so and to acknowledge. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is my federal student loan, or and also my private student loan. So which to start with? Let's start with the private, because I think that's the most flack I got. So starting on January 1st, 2024, my private student loan stood at $99,980.53. It is now at $98,996.56. With that, the balance went down $983.97. Now, of course, I have to be clear and honest, not that I'm hiding anything, but my parents do support me with helping me with this private student loan for now. I cannot stress that enough. For right now. For right now. That's it. For right now. The reason why my parents are helping me, first off, it was like nothing I say I realize is gonna make it not sound like an excuse, which is fine. Like, everyone's interpretation is gonna be what it is. Anyway, I mentioned to my parents that I was trying to pay off debt and whatnot, and that my budget was really tight, but I was making it work. And they were the ones that said, you know what, for however many months we need to, we will take it on. My dad is a co-signer on my private student loan. It has to get paid either way, or it's going to hurt both of us. And it is, yes, unfortunate that that is the situation. But unfortunately, that is the situation. I think I've made, honestly, tremendous progress in the last couple months, and I hope you recognize that. And if you don't, that's fine. It's not yours to recognize even. It's mine. But that being said, they are helping me because it's not my story to tell. They know what it's like, though. Like, I will leave it at that. They know what it's like to be in the situation and that life is hard, and they want to help for now where they can. I promise it's not delaying their retirement at all, and it is not hurting them financially at all, because I have been assured that it's not. And again, it's not my business to share of where they are financially. But let's just say I did not manipulate them into helping me. They are not enabling me by helping me. They are not putting themselves in a bad financial place because they're helping me. They're just being really great parents and supporting me. And that's going to end pretty soon anyway. So just want everyone to know, rest assured, it is fine. But if you want to comment about how I'm a horrible child, you may do so. Again, you're making me money. Thank you. My federal student loan, of course, is the second half of my student loan, and it is a smaller balance. Starting on January 1st, 2024, the debt balance was $26,721.57. The current balance is $25,620.18, which means I ended up paying $1,101.39 so far to that loan balance. I've also saw a lot of comments regarding my federal student loan and advice on like what to do about it, because obviously there's a lot of talk around, you know, the federal government and all that stuff and all the forgiveness, blah, 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 blah. One of the things that I can do, which I tried to explain, but again, I don't think I did it well in my last video, was that I do work for a public university, which means I can be a part of the federal loan forgiveness plan if I wanted to be. After 10 years or 120 payments, the federal government will forgive all of my student loans. Not all, sorry. My federal student loans. Got to be clear about that. Obviously, the SAVE plan was a thing I want to say I mentioned in that last video of figuring out if I should apply for it or not. I've been doing a lot of research on it. I'm kind of still back and forth on what to do about it. I'm just doing my typical minimum payment. The reason why is because I am doing the debt snowball or avalanche, whatever you want to call it. So I am following that method for payoff. So I'm not really going to worry about the SAVE plan or student loan forgiveness or whatever. Because at the end of the day, and I agree with everyone who has said this, like, I don't want to wait 10 years for it to be paid off, especially because it's, in the grand scheme of it all, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not that bad of a, I don't want to say it's not bad of a balance, like it's bad of a balance, but I'd rather just pay it. So that's on my student loan. Seriously, like, it is what it is. Someone else was saying how I was silly for going to a university, like an expensive university like that, to only make $40,000 when I worked in news. I can't do anything about that. Like, that is a whole other big issue and discussion that we're not going to have. I don't work in news anymore. I do make more money, which is great. But it's, again, like, there's a lot to think about, because while I do make more money, I also live in a more expensive place now. The next thing I want to talk about is my car loan. I also got a lot of heat for this. So if you don't know, back in September, literally right before my birthday, my paid off car died on the highway. And I ended up needing a new transmission, and it was the first time that I ever had to deal with a car situation this drastic before. Like, I had paid off my car. I was really proud to have paid that off. It was only paid off for maybe like 2 years or so. That car had gotten me everywhere, and it should not have technically died for its age. However, I put so many miles on that car that like it did its job. And that was a great first car. I did purchase a not new car, and I think a lot of people think I said new car, new to me car. It is a used car. I didn't have a lot of time to find a car, and the reason why was because really it doesn't matter actually what the reason why is, but essentially I did the best I could in that situation to get the car that I have currently. I said that I paid almost like $35,000 or $33,000 or something like that for the car. That's not accurate, actually. That is what it, like, the balance technically is with interest, if that makes sense. I only bought the car for not more than half my salary. Like, I want to be so clear with that. And that's my new salary, not my old salary. So I make $60,000 now a year. The car was only like 22 or 24. I can't remember exactly. But so that 30 whatever balance, 30,000 whatever balance it was, I wasn't looking at the payoff. I was looking at what it was with all the interest on it, basically. So I'm going to give a couple different numbers to start. On January 1st, 2024, I walked into the new year with this car loan's balance being at $31,790.04. That, again, is with all the interest. The actual payoff amount is, like, if I wanted to just write a check today, is $23,432.45. With the interest, because I'm not paying it off today, the balance is $29,612.64. So, going off all those numbers, I paid off $2,177.36. Make that make sense however you must. The next loan I have is, I'll talk about, I feel like I'm just going to go in the order of what people commented on. The next thing I'm going to talk about is my finance loan for my Peloton treadmill. I did not get rid of it. And people are going to say I'm stupid for that, which by all means, go ahead. Think of it this way. You still have to live life to your fullest while doing this. Sacrifice? Absolutely. Your girl is working 60 to 80 hours a week to make extra money to do this, to pay off all this. I need to be able to take care of myself mentally and physically at the same time. And however I need to do that, I will do that. People say walking outside's free. I get it. But to me, I have a lot of issues. And going and doing some of the things that people have suggested just is not, it's not possible for me. And that's where I'm going to draw the line of telling why. Again, people are going to think I'm stupid. That's fine if you do. Like, again, you do you. But I have made the decision to keep it, and it's part of the plan now, and we're doing what we need to do. So on January 1st, 2024, the balance for the Peloton finance was $3,082.20. The current balance is $2,788.64. Means, and I only did the minimum payments, so the balance went down by $294. Next, I'm going to talk about my last two pieces of debt, which is my credit cards. So actually, I don't have much to report on the first one. So my Discover card actually is the same, ironically, because with the minimum payments and interest, it actually all balanced out the same. So I think it might be a couple dollars left, like maybe like $100 or so. My Discover card is still at $10,527.42, and that's what it still currently is now. Again, couple dollar difference with all of the interest and everything like that, but I have really just been paying the minimum and not really worrying about it because, again, I'm following the snowball method. And the first priority was the actual second credit card, which was my Citi card. And that was because that was a balance transfer that I did. And I have until December of 2024 to pay off that balance transfer without any interest. So that's what I've been focusing on. So this is the one I'm most excited for and where my progress will show the most. If you are still watching this video, thank you. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a like, give me a positive comment congratulating me on how much progress I've made on this one card. So on January 1st, 2024, the balance of my Citi credit card was $7,484.60. And the balance as of today is $300, which means I paid off so far $7,184.60. And I'm really happy because next week when I get paid, it'll be done. So again, you can say all you want, but if you can leave a positive comment saying that I'm doing good and encouraging me to stay on this path, then I would really appreciate it. If you want to make other comments, you know what, go for it. Again, it's helping me pay off the debt, so whatever. And then the last piece of debt that I have is actually to my parents. Again, I've talked to them. We have our own plan in place. That balance also has not changed because, again, it is part of the snowball debt method. So we're focusing on what we need to focus on first. And so that $3,900 is still what it is. So in total then, I have paid off since January 1st, $11,741.32, which is pretty crazy in like the grand scheme of it. Like that's so weird to me, but like it's really exciting and I'm really proud of it. So that's great. I've made such little habit changes that have really saved me in the long run. You know, no impulse buying or shopping, not really eating out, you know, being really cognizant with my budget and sticking to it and, you know, keeping up with it, which I haven't showed you guys, but just because I haven't shown you doesn't mean I'm not doing it. If you would like to see my budget, let me know. Like, I would love to actually show it. Maybe I'll do a video about that in the future. You know, with my hours being cut this month at my side hustle, it has given me more time to focus back on YouTube because, again, like that's where I kind of make up some of the income and whatnot. But yeah, just those little small changes. So what is the plan moving forward is I think the number one question I'm going to get here. And that is following, if you don't know what is called the snowball method or the avalanche method, they're very, very similar. They're just reverse. So, you know, following the Citi card being paid off in next week, really, we will then move on to the Peloton. And we will just go from smallest balance to largest balance. That is what is going to make the most sense to me, obviously. Like, once I pay off the Peloton and my parents, that is when I will most likely take back my private student loan cost. The other option is to not take it back until the Discover card is paid off, which again, at this rate, like it'll go fast. But again, that is all up to discussion between me and my parents. So you don't have to worry your pretty little head about that. I just wanted to come on and give that quick update. You know, again, like people are going to say what people are going to say. And I just really appreciate you watching no matter what. I'm trying to be lighthearted, but obviously I do take this seriously. So, you know, I'm just the type of person who likes to be sarcastic in the middle of it all. But no matter what, I'm really proud of myself. And if you have been on your own debt journey, stick to it. Really, like, remember that feeling of paying something off. You're doing great. Don't let anyone tell you you're not. Don't let anyone tell you and bring you down. Like, you're doing fantastic, and I'm proud of you, and I hope you're proud of me for the work that I have been doing and the sacrifice that I have been making these last 5 months, you know, with working extra and side hustles and, you know, whatever. So that's really all I have for this video. I am going to be recording a cash stuffing after this for some of my bills, so that'll probably be up soon. If you haven't yet, again, please go subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment letting me know how you're doing on your own journey. I really appreciate everyone who's clicked on this video. All right, that's all I got. Till next time, I'll see you then.